Speaking of people who really know how to answer questions and ask them, Senator Eric Schmidt from Missouri, he was on with some ABC chick who is trying to, to continue with this narrative that if we close the Department of Education, oh my gosh, the special needs kids are doomed, right? Because they're not going to get the federal fund. It's all a lie, but this is what they want. Fear mongering is what they do. Mm-hmm. And the way that he set her straight was just a thing of beauty. Again, this is Eric Schmidt, senator from Missouri. Here it is.
Something dear to your heart, dear to my heart. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon has now been tasked to eliminate the Department of Education. Special ed is about to get slashed. Listen to what one Texas father of 2 boys with special needs told me recently.
I believe that with the loss of funding, it would be very devastating to my boys, to all the parents that are dealing with the need for the resources for special education.
Senator, I know you have a son with special needs. I grew up in a family with siblings that have special needs, parents that were teachers in this community. What do you say to parents who are really scared about their kids' futures?
Yeah, I guess my message would be don't believe media reports like you're promoting right now. It's not true. There's the IDEA, which is a federal statute that guarantees those services. And so whether that money then is going to flow directly to the states or in different agencies, the law is the law. There are protections. That funding is going to continue to flow. But what you won't see is the Department of Education denying grant applications to school districts across this country because they haven't implemented divisive DEI trainings and divide the room by race. And so the Department of Education is essentially a conduit for federal funds that are going to continue to flow to states and important programs benefiting those with special needs. So I think a little bit of truthfulness here as opposed to scaring the daylights out of folks who are in vulnerable positions would be appropriate.
So lies. They're lying. They're just
always. This is all liars. They do. Mm-hmm. And when you have to lie in order to try to get people to your side, how are you not embarrassed by that? You know what I mean? Well, how are they not always embarrassed?
Same thing goes for Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. This is what we're taking everything away from grandma. I mean, this is what they're doing. This is how they're doing it. This is why so many people in those hands-off protests were 50 and over, right? Well, a lot of them were paid by Soros.
Right.
But then a lot of them were like these decaying, like older people who think somehow that all of their benefits are going to be taken away because they've been brainwashed by the left to actually believe it because it's fear-mongering.
Completely and totally, that is all it is. That is all they have.
Yep.
And then if you want to take a real look at how poor we are doing in public education with kids, this is an unbelievable story of a girl who graduated high school with honors and cannot read.
Began her freshman year at the University of Connecticut in Hartford this fall. She's excited to study public policy, the culmination of hard work after moving north from Puerto Rico as a child.
Do you remember when you first came to Connecticut?
Yes, I remember I was very nervous, but I know it was going to be better opportunities for me to learn.
But Alicia says those opportunities never came to fruition.
Even today, could you read this, or would it take you a long time?
It's impossible. I just see his words everywhere.
Alicia graduated from the Hartford public school system last year, but she says today she is illiterate. She still doesn't know how to read or write. When she was in early education,
they would just either tell me to stay in a corner and sleep, or just draw pictures, flowers for them.
And when she was in high school, she relied on speech-to-text programs and other apps to read and write essays.
So, if you had an assignment where you had to write something, you'd open up a document like this and then do what?
I would go here to use the text-to-speech.
It says dictate.
Dictate, yep. I love pizza.
We have people in our comments that are saying that this isn't real. It's like, okay.
I mean, that seemed like a legit news story.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, it totally is a legit news story. I actually taught at the college level, and there were kids who could not write and complete sentences. That was real. I did it for 7 years. Believe me, it was real. They couldn't.
And she's been accepted to college.
Right.
Like, what in the world?
There were kids, I promise you, there were kids at the college level that I had no idea how they got into college. It's not what it used to be, you guys. They just passed these kids. They pass them. And it doesn't even surprise me that she graduated with honors and she got into college. It's they just, because they're lazy. They're just like, okay, we're just going to go ahead and pass this kid, pass it on to the next person. It's like kicking the can.
And the fact that she came to the United States as a small child and still speaks as though she got here a month ago.
Right.
It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. The state of our education today.
It's terrible. And people who defend it, shame on you.
Absolutely. Your last chance to win $10,000 in the PragerU Sweepstakes by taking the 10-question civics test. It ends tomorrow. So hopefully you guys have already taken it. But if you haven't, if this is your first time hearing about it, they are doing a $10,000 sweepstakes, which is amazing. There is no purchase necessary. The only rule is that you got to be 18 or older to enter the sweepstakes. You can see all the official rules at PragerU.com to get all the details. But essentially, this is mirroring to some degree the test that migrants have to take in order to get their citizenship. So if you migrate to the United States and you want to become a United States citizen and you're doing it the right way, ultimately you end up taking this civics test. And a lot of Americans, unfortunately, cannot pass it. So test your knowledge. You can do it today and tomorrow. That's it. That's when the sweepstakes portion ends. You can visit PragerU.com/chicks, and that will enter you into a chance to win $10,000. I don't even think you have to get all 10 questions right. You just have to pass it.
Right.
Yeah. You just have to pass it. So don't be afraid. Go and take it and see how you do. And we are just so hopeful that it's one of our audience members that wins. Oh my God.
I know. I hope it's one of you guys. So take it. That would be the most amazing thing if one of you guys won the 10 grand.
Oh my gosh, it would be so great. PragerU.com/chicks. That's where you're going to find the test. So go and take it.